Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Let me go and set up this room real quick and then we'll get started. It's 6:21 right now, so the market is going to open in about 9 minutes. I'm going to try to speed through this, get everything all set up, and analyze everything prior to market open. So let me just get everything all set up right here. Looks good. Today is Tuesday, February 1st. So happy first of the month, everybody. First of the month is kind of iffy in the market, but we'll see. Hopefully we can catch something pretty solid today. That looks good. Get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Solid. All right, that's good, guys. All right, hey guys, good morning, everybody. Morning, Maria, morning, Matt, morning, everyone. It's 6:22 right now. Market is going to open in about 8 minutes. Just a reminder, today is February 1st, Tuesday. Keep in mind, first of the month is usually kind of iffy. So happy first of the month, everybody. We'll have to be a little careful today, but hopefully we'll get some movement as the market was kind of slow yesterday. Let me go ahead and just draw these liquidity zones real quick so that we can be aware of where liquidity is sitting today. Retail sentiment is kind of not really there, so I'm not really going to be using that as much today. We'll be using fundamentals and these areas of liquidity. It looks like there's a lot of liquidity on the bottom side, so we'll probably be looking for the liquidity to be hit. We'll see what happens shortly. It's 6:23 right now, so we got about 7 minutes till market open. So we still got some time, but I want to make sure to fully analyze everything before we get to that point. So looks good here. And one thing to also keep in mind, guys, that yesterday price is just hovering around the sessions. Hopefully today it doesn't do that, because it makes it difficult for us to make entries when it's around the sessions like that. All right, looks solid right here on the 1 minute. Let's go back over here. It looks good. Hey, morning, Maria. Morning, Matt. Morning, Scotty. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Peter. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Delmas. Morning, everybody. So as I mentioned, guys, today is February 1st, the first of the month. Usually first of the month is kind of iffy. The way that price moves, kind of moves similar to like Mondays. Because obviously it's a brand new month. So you get a lot of that. A lot of that back and forth movement, or just really slow movement. We'll see. I mean, we're going to be cautious. We're also going to be paying attention so we don't miss any moves here. So let me just get everything all set up here on the clean chart as well, so that we're fully prepared. 6:25 right now. We got 5 minutes, so no crazy rush, but definitely we want to get this all knocked out within the next couple minutes so that we can start analyzing for our bias for the day, obviously. Let's see. All right. Everything looks pretty solid for the most part. Nice, nice. Morning, Essa. Morning, Mauricio. Morning, Jason. Morning, Fahad. Nice. Jason said phase 2 FTMO account. Let's go. So you're almost there, Jason. Stay consistent. Don't overdo it. Just take your time. You got a lot of time to pass that. So don't rush anything. Just get it done and get funded. Morning, Matt. Morning, Charlie. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Steven. All right, cool. Kenny says, question for US 30 FTMO demo. Is it labeled as US 30.cash? Yeah, it should be. I think it's the same. It's the same symbol. All right. Anyways, looking at the charts over here, guys. So this is the clean chart that I was mentioning earlier. As you guys can see, there's a lot of liquidity on top and there's a lot of liquidity on the bottom. So price can go either way. Over here, realistically, as you guys can see, obviously, lots of liquidity right there, lots of liquidity on the bottom. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we can get a breakout for you, Steven, because I know that's what you're mainly looking for. But yeah, let's get started. So going to the 5-minute over here, Charlie mentioned there was a V3, which there was. It's right here. However, it's too close to open. So I mean, obviously, I wouldn't take it. However, there was a V3 right there. And it looks like it's obviously about to hit, or it already did hit. It's getting close to it right there. So anyways, 3 minutes to market open, guys. Let's take a look at retail sentiment. As I mentioned earlier, retail sentiment is 53% long. It's not going to be very useful to us today. Looking over at the futures data, it's currently only 14 points in the green. We'll see what happens when the market actually does open in the next 3 minutes to confirm where our bias is for the day. We'll be mainly trading off the fundamentals because retail sentiment's not really giving us much to work with. There's an entry here for a V3. However, it's one that I probably wouldn't take because it's right off the sessions. Also, it's right before market open, but it is a V3 entry, just like Charlie mentioned. And it looks like it's probably gonna hit TP, which is great. There you go, full TP off that. So I don't know if you caught it, Charlie, but there you go, Charlie. That's the one that Charlie just identified, so it doesn't look good. Steven's asking, so retail sentiment has to be 60 or more to be useful. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but yes, that would be preferable because, I mean, you'd rather be 60% right, Steven, right? Because the sentiment is telling you exactly where people are trading. I mean, you can still be like 55% right and still be right, but you want to weigh your pros and cons. If your bias isn't that strong, you're not going to be using it, obviously. You'll move on to the next one, which should be fundamentals. So it doesn't have to be 60%, but preferably we want it to be 65 to 70, if not higher, because you want your bias to be strong bias, not just a regular bias, because it's just not going to be as useful. And yeah, Miles at Trap Tuesday, be careful, folks. So we will be a bit careful. It's Trap Tuesday, and it is also February 1st, first of the month. Nice. Charlie said I caught over 10 points and pulled out. Not a smart move. Here's the liquidity, guys. They just hit liquidity, so it's probably going to push up a little more. Market is going to open in about 40 seconds. So it did hit liquidity right here. This is where it becomes a little bit risky because it's on open. So it doesn't necessarily need to push up any higher, but it did push up slightly right there. You can see how it spiked up and it just came right back down. So looking at the current 1 minute, the breakout right now would technically be a buy if we have a strong green candle, but we do not have that strong green candle just yet. So something to keep in mind and to be aware of. So if we get a strong green candle right here, this would technically be the breakout. We don't have a strong green candle yet, but market is now open. So let's see what happens here. Let's go over to the fundamentals real quick, refresh that. Currently right now, fundamentals are 35 points in the green. They're not very strong, but they are 35 points in the green. Look at the stock index right here. I mean, it's pretty much even. I mean, there's more red stocks, but there's stronger green stocks. So looking at this big spike to the downside right here, it came down, spiked off the New York high from yesterday. And then we'll see if it bounces off or it continues to drop. There's no sell signal here though, so no entry for a sell, obviously, for the breakout. However, it's a huge wick, so you guys want to be very careful with that there. We also have news at 6:30. Looks like Randy mentioned. I haven't checked the news yet. I'll take a look shortly. Let's just take a look real quick. So Going over real quick, refreshing it. Today is Tuesday, February 1st. We do have 6:30 news. It's Canadian. Not very strong light news, but yeah, it's still news. So main news is going to be at 7. We have ISM manufacturing PMI and JOLTS job openings. So we have a sell signal right here, guys. This would technically be the breakout right here. So Steven, if you're looking for the breakout, this would be the breakout right here. However, it's not one that I would take because it's right at the sessions. You can see prices bouncing right off it, but this is the breakout right here. So it's a little iffy. It's not one that I would take because it's bouncing right off the sessions right here. But if it does hit full TP, that's the breakout right there. So it's a bit risky right here. You can see it's bouncing off a couple things. It's bouncing off the sessions right here. It's also bouncing off like directly off this, but it's hitting liquidity. So it just hit liquidity and it's probably gonna hit TP right there. So it did hit the liquidity at that point, but you can see how crazy the market is moving right here for the breakout. Yeah, this candle is just too big. I wouldn't have taken it anyways. There's a lot of red flags here. Candle was too big. So it'd have to, it's due for some retracement. Also is bouncing off the sessions, but there you go, full TP off that. So I know this is what you look for mainly in the morning, Steven. So I don't know if you took it or not, but that was the breakout. And you usually have the same question about the breakout every day. So if you want to go back and review, you can analyze today's breakout. You can analyze yesterday's breakout. You can analyze Friday's breakout. Just rewatch the live sessions because I explained to you in detail why it's the breakout. The reason why this was a breakout was because you were looking for momentum, right? Market open right here at 6:30. So you're looking for the first candle, 6:30 or after. You're looking for a strong candle in the direction of momentum. Right here, we had a sell momentum. This was also a strong red candle because there was little to no wick right here. So, me trying to explain this to you, it's the same explanation every day. Nothing changes. Nice. So Steven, in all caps, Steven said, took it, goal for the day. Goal is done for today. Made my profits. Thanks, Sean. You're the best. Yeah, definitely, Steven. So I try to help you as much as possible. You have the same question with the breakout. If you want to go back and review it, you see you have a sell signal here. So momentum is going down. Also, this candle right here has little to no wick on the bottom end. So that would have been the breakout. For this trade here, I probably would have taken it with a smaller lot size. Not sure how you would have taken it, but full TP right there with little to no drawdown. So congrats to you, Steven. I'm glad that you caught that. I considered it risky, so I wouldn't have taken it myself. But I'm glad that you took it and you're done for your day. So enjoy your profits, Steven, and we'll catch you tomorrow. All right, guys. So there goes the breakout right there. Happy to see at least some of you guys caught that there, especially Steven. It's the main trade that he takes because he works in the morning. So he just takes the breakout and that's pretty much it for his day. Other than that, so we got a V3 on the 3-minute over here that Charlie just mentioned. Yes, V3 right here, but this candle's too big and it's right at the sessions. So these are a couple of red flags here, kind of similar to what happened with the breakout. Candle's too big, so I'm expecting it to at least retrace a little bit. Also, it is right at the sessions too, so it might bounce right off it. So not necessarily one that I would take. Let me go over here and check out the fundamentals again. It's currently still at 20 points in the green, so there's not really much of any movement there. 1 second. All right, let's see. D said 3-minute and 5-minute on the sessions. Oh yeah, exactly. So this is exactly why I wouldn't take the trade, because you can see how it bounced right off it, right? It's too risky to take trades right here. They're too close to the sessions. It's probably going to come back down, but it's not something that I would want to mess with. I'm probably going to wait for it to drop, farther below and close, or push farther above and close. That's going to be necessary for me to take these trades here because it's just too risky for me to really mess around where these sessions are. But as you can see, a lot of these liquidity areas were triggered. Liquidity hit here, pushed down, bounced off the bottom line there, and then it pushed right back up. But as you guys can see, the market is moving pretty crazy at the moment. This is normal for Trap Tuesday. This is normal for the first of the month. So it's better to be safe than sorry, guys. That's something that I always have to emphasize to people. A lot of people just don't get it. When I tell people to be safe than sorry, they still want to take like risky trades here. And you can see prices pushing right back up. The fundamentals are actually really bullish, so we'll probably be looking for some buys today. You can see prices way up there. Looking at the fundamentals, I'll refresh this. I'm pretty sure this is going to be about like 50 points. There you go. It's 67 points actually in the green. So we're probably going to be looking for some buys here. You can see that it hit this area up here again. Let's draw this there. I'll go over to the clean chart as well, mark that up as well. Let's clean this up. It's kind of messy. Clean this up there, delete all these areas because they've already been triggered. We just kind of want to see where the liquidity is still sitting, because obviously, and you can see price pushing up higher. It's hitting that liquidity that I just took off right now, and it is pushing up higher. If price hits this area right here, it's probably going to push up even higher because it's just going to break another area of liquidity once it reaches that point. So definitely something to look out for. And we're looking for buys anyway. So we'll see where it goes from there. But, you know, as I mentioned, guys, market is a bit crazy, especially on the shorter time frames. Like if you guys are trading on these shorter time frames, you don't have no room for mistake, because if you enter at the wrong time, you might get caught in some pullback. And if you get caught in that pullback, you're gonna get screwed, because that pullback's gonna be pretty hard. Yeah, Rick said a lot of news over the next 20 minutes. I agree. At 7 o'clock, we have the whole PMI. So we have the ISM manufacturing PMI. It's going to affect the market pretty heavily, and the JOLTS job openings. One thing that you guys want to remember, that it is NFP week. NFP week can be very good for us, or it can be very bad for us. As you guys can see from January, it was really good for us. We made a lot of profit. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be like that again this week. Price can be choppy up until maybe Wednesday, Thursday, when the market kind of chooses its direction for the week. But I do see it to be bullish. Looking at the news, they're actually, it's not looking good. Actually, it's looking like negative, because they're forecasting it to be less than. So it's forecasting it to be negative. I think it's going to be positive. It's going to be above forecast, but who knows? We'll see what's going to happen in the next 20 minutes or so. All right, there you go. As price hits liquidity, it's probably going to keep pushing up higher, which is fine because it lines up with our analysis here anyways for fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently up 87 points. So, I mean, we technically are looking for it to push up higher. I just don't have any entries right here that are available. Yeah, there just isn't anything that's available right now. There's no V1s, V2s, V3s. There's no high lows. There's just nothing available right now, not even on the 1 minute. Nothing here on the 3 minute. And there you go. Price pushes right through it. So as you guys can see, I just mentioned right now, guys, I said if price reaches this area, it's going to break right through it. And that's exactly what happened. It broke right through it and it pushed up even higher. Because it's just hitting liquidity. That's the main thing that we were looking for in the morning. We were looking for where liquidity was sitting. And we're like, okay, if price hits these areas of liquidity, it's probably going to push up higher, right? However, the problem with this here is that it's not a smooth move to the upside. It's not a smooth push. Like say, for example, if we have a high low here, which was, if it would have been an official triple confluence, then yes, I would take the trade. But, it came up, spiked up, it did the push that it needed to, and it came right back down. So this is why you guys got to be very careful about these moves here, because you can see liquidity hit and then it just came back down because you got to fake you out. But we are still looking for buys here. So just keep that in mind. I'll draw that there so you guys can see where the range is now pushing. But as you guys can see from market open right here, this is our clean chart. Here's market open from 6:30. Market's only been open for about 10 minutes. The range for the first 10 minutes is about 1,555 pips. It's a big range right there. A lot of volatility. What you kind of want to wait for here is for price to consolidate a bit. Once it consolidates, you can choose the direction, right? Which is probably going to be bullish. So we want it to possibly either retrace down a little bit or consolidate. either way is fine, because when it does break up above here, you'll be ready to take that buy, right? So you just you don't want to be trading when price is bouncing back and forth so quickly, because depending on how big your stop loss is, generally your biggest stop loss is going to be around 500 pips, right? You want to be able to survive any type of drawdown that happens around this area. So let's just see where price bounces around here. It's probably going to create lows. You can see that we have red candles coming up right here. It has a high right here. It's probably going to drop down, create a low right here. And then when it creates a low, we'll have an area of consolidation, which is what we're looking for at this point, at this specific moment. Or what we could have here as well is we can have a sell signal drop below as it ranges, and then as it comes above, that would be a triple confluence, right? So there's a lot of opportunity here. If I see something good like a triple confluence on the 1 minute, I will still trade on the 1 minute. I just won't be applying the V3, because V3 is super risky on the 1 minute, especially with this volatility so high. Anyways, price is dropping below here. It's pretty much creating a low, just like we were anticipating. You can see price is starting to create a range within this area, which is what we were waiting for to begin with. There's technically going to be a V3 right here. However, as I mentioned earlier, guys, this is going to be risky because it's coming to the sessions. Sessions are right here. And we're technically looking for a buy. So even if we want to take this trade here, it would be hitting the stop loss cap, which is 750 pips. So this is fine. If this happens here and it bounces off this is completely fine, because this is what we were waiting for. You can see it bounce right off the sessions, but as you can see, the market is moving kind of crazy, right? There's no clear direction. Price comes up like 1,500 pips, then it just comes right back down 1,500 pips. It's down already 1,000 pips in like 2 minutes. So this is why you guys want to be very careful trading on Trap Tuesday, because it is the first of the month and it is Trap Tuesday. So you can see price literally drop down over 1,000 pips in just about a minute or two. If your stop loss is too tight, you're gonna get screwed. So definitely, this is going to test your patience here. Don't FOMO into any of these moves here, guys. I would hate for you guys to FOMO into a move that's not an actual entry, and then you end up blowing your account just because you got greedy. So just be patient, wait for an entry here. Pretty much waiting for this market to stabilize a bit so that we can catch this move. There's a 5-minute entry here, but obviously you can see it's way too big. It's past the 750 pip threshold. There's also an entry here off the 10-minute, same situation, but it's like way past the threshold. So yeah, risky off that right there. Looks like there might be a snipe right here actually that's available. All right. Yeah, this actually looks solid right here as a snipe entry. However, there's news coming up at 7, guys, so it's something that you guys want to be careful of. I probably wouldn't enter anything on the higher time frames because the news is coming up. But yeah, there is a snipe that's coming up right here. Obviously, this green one right here wouldn't count because it's an opening candle. But if this closes right here, this would be a snipe for a buy. It's closing in about 5 minutes. Nothing off the daily right now. Right over here. Looking over here at 10. Yeah, here's a 10. It's too big of a push. Too big of a push here on the 5-minute as well. You can see it's past the cap, which is 750. So I wouldn't have taken this trade right here. Going over here to the 3-minute. There's nothing off the 3-minute right now. Going over to the 1 minute, there's actually an entry right here for a V3, but as I mentioned earlier, guys, I'm not looking to take anything that's going to hit the sessions because it's going to be right through the sessions right there. So I wouldn't take this trade here because you can see price came up, retested it, and then it came right back down. You guys can see how risky these moves are because the sessions are so close. This is the same problem we had yesterday. There were some good entries that came up yesterday, but we didn't take them because they were right next to the sessions. Just because it bounces off doesn't mean it's going to keep bouncing off. It can break right through and swing all the way back up. So definitely not looking to take that right there. Yeah, exactly. D said I'm waiting till we move away from sessions. I agree 100%. Yeah, Fahad said right at the HI high though. I agree. Yeah, definitely would not take that right there. Peter said the news was positive. Thanks, Peter, for letting us know. Let me take a look real quick. Let's see. Final manufacturing PMI. It was positive slightly, not very high, but it was positive. Gotcha. Okay. And D said that the sentiment went from 52 to 51%, which not a big change, but it did change a bit. Yeah. Patricia said, gotta wait until things stabilize after news. I agree, Patricia. So I'm not really going to look for any, well, I'm going to look for trades, but I'm not going to take anything until, you know, the news is passed. The big news is coming up in about 13 minutes, guys. So I'd be careful and I'd wait. Essa said, so I have a question about the area of liquidity. If it hit people's stop loss, it will go up. But if a lot of people put a sell limit, it would push down or up. So, Essa, so for example, if there's stop losses, I mean, it wouldn't matter. It would have to be a sell. Like say, for example, here, let me show you an example. Right here, price is above, right? If people have sell orders right here, they're going to be sell stops because if the order is below current price, you can only place a sell stop. If the order is above, then it'll be a sell limit. So for example, if people have sell stops right here, it doesn't have to be a stop loss. It's just a sell stop order. That's how the orders work. If there's a sell stop below here, then price is going to drop. If there's a buy stop above here, price is going to go up. If it's a buy limit, price will bounce off it. If it's a sell limit, price will bounce off it. So those are just order types. There's no specific, they're not considered stop losses, they're considered stop orders because that's how the orders work. So for example, I'm gonna show you another example here. Price is right here, right? If people are having sell orders here, it's going to be a sell stop. If people have buy orders up here, it's going to be a buy stop. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a stop loss. It's just a stop order for those two right there. Mauricio said, big news, Brady announced his retirement. Yeah, I was expecting that. Probably not going to affect the market, but yeah, no, definitely big news. Roscoe said, hadn't been on well. What is a V3? Roscoe, if you want to check that out, look at the previous mentoring session. That'll give you detail. You know, as I mentioned, guys, I'm not teaching anything during the live session. I'm not answering any detailed questions. If you guys have small questions regarding current analysis, I can answer that for you, but we're going to focus on just trading during the live session. So if you go back and watch the last live session, Roscoe, you can see a detailed explanation as to how it works. Yeah, there was a V1 right here and a V3. I totally wasn't paying attention to it, but yeah, there was a V1 and V3 right there. And it already hit full TP, so it's too late for that. But yeah, I mean, that would have been solid. I don't know if you caught it, Maddie. That was a 220 pip move right there. Yeah, it came too fast. Maddie said he missed it too. Came too fast. I agree. It was too fast for me too. You can see how the market volatility is moving super crazy. It's just spiking around. It's again at the sessions right here, guys. So I wouldn't take any trades off the sessions. I would wait until price kind of pushes up a bit higher. Yeah, Rick said, don't get FOMO. I know I'm fighting, but there'll always be another trade. I agree 100%. You know, Rick's actually sounding pretty logical now with his analysis. Yeah, Rick, definitely Rick's 100% on point with this. Don't FOMO into these trades. If you guys see them, then, you know, great, enter the trade. But this spike up right here happened way too fast. And this is why we wouldn't have taken it on the 5 minute. You can see how far the push is. It's just way too far of a push. And it's going against what we're looking for anyways. All right. So what I'm looking for over here is I kind of want price to come down. So I'm okay if it closes without a buy signal. That's actually what I'm looking for. I'm here looking for it to close without a buy signal. I want it to come back down for a retracement. And then after it comes down for a retracement, I want it to push right back up, because if it does that, we're going to have another V3 here off the 5-minute. The problem with any entries right now, guys, is that it's so close to 7. You know, one thing that you guys don't want to forget is that news is coming up at 7. So I'm just going to hold off on entering any trades. It's high impact news. It's, you know, ISM manufacturing PMI and JOLTS job opening. So this is definitely going to affect the market pretty heavily. You know, they're both red folders, so they're pretty high impact. Yeah, Rick said we'll have an opportunity to trade with the news and the reversal back to where it starts. No, exactly. That's exactly what we're looking for right there, Rick. So, you know, Rick's really catching on. He's really understanding like my analysis here and my whole thought process, which is great. You know, it's really it's really hard to be patient during times like this when you see market moving so fast. But Rick is spot on with his analysis. He's pretty much waiting for news to happen, because it's the same thing that happens every day. And Rick notices that as well. So like here, I'm going to show you an example of what Rick's waiting for. Here at 7 o'clock, this is when news is going to happen, right? So this is what's probably going to happen. Price will either spike up or it'll spike down, right? There's no guarantee to predict what's exactly going to happen. It doesn't matter if news is going to be positive or negative. Price will spike up or spike down. And then after that, when price is done spiking, whatever direction it's going to go, another thing will happen, right? After the spike happens, the next thing that will likely happen is price will either come back to where it was before the news happened, or it'll keep dropping, right? Or it'll keep pushing up. So that's pretty much what Rick's waiting for. He's waiting for that money shot. He's waiting for it to provide him the clear direction. So, you know, that's pretty much what Rick's waiting for here. I'm waiting for the same thing as well. It's just a matter of waiting for it to actually happen, which, you know, is not always the easiest thing to do. Especially if you have some good entries that you can see on the chart. Anyways, let me mark up the opening price. Opening price is right here. So price is actually right back at opening price. This dotted line is where the market actually opened, right here at 629. I'm going to draw this again right here as well, just to identify where opening price is. Let me check the high low real quick, make sure I don't have anything missing here. There's a low, there's a high, there's a pending high right here. All right, so there's a markup for current price. You can see price is kind of just bouncing around this area. It's bouncing around this high, opening price, and these sessions right there. I'm gonna delete this so it's not in the way. Here's the clean chart. You can see where the range is kind of bouncing around from. Not really much going on there. Looking over at the 5-minute, this is perfect. This is pretty much what we were looking for and waiting for. News is going to happen in about 5 minutes. So nice. Jason said I caught that buy, Sean. Another 1,600. Nice. You're making your way around to passing your verification, Jason. So, you know, be you know, just be cognizant that you're almost there. So don't try to rush it, but definitely you're getting closer to that goal. Rick said enough time to go make my morning old fashioned. Yeah, so we have about 5 minutes, guys, until the news comes up. So there was another V3 right here, guys. There's a lot of entries that came up right here. Actually, we had the high right here, red candle following it. This was a V3 from the 1 minute. And this already hit full TP right there. Volatility is kind of high, so obviously, we probably would have missed that as well. The 1 minute is really hard to trade right now, guys, because the volatility is too high. It's why we moved up to the higher time frame. But there's still entries here that are hitting. All right, so we got another low right there. Another low right there as well. All right, so as you guys can see, this is where market open, this dotted line right here. This is how prices move. There's no clear direction. Price dropped, pushed up, dropped back down, pushed up, dropped back down. Now it's ranging within this area. We can probably expect some sort of big price move in the next 4 minutes. We have high impact news coming up, manufacturing PMI and JOLTS job openings. So it's basically going to identify how many new jobs are available for this month during NFP week. They're anticipating it to be less jobs, but we'll see. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be that low. Rick said, didn't follow my own advice, made a quick 600. Nice work, Rick. So yeah, it looks like Rick's taking these 1 minute entries right here, which is fine. As long as Rick understands the risk, which, I mean, that's the key thing, guys. As long as you guys understand the risks and you guys are fine with the risk, you're more than welcome to take these risky trades. But you guys got to take responsibility for it, right? If the trade wins, you take responsibility for the win. If the trade loses, you take responsibility for the loss. It's just a matter of accountability for these moves here, especially during this time, because news is coming up in about 3 minutes. You guys want to be careful. So nothing off this right here. No entry here for a sell, even if we do get a V3 confirmation. We have a sell signal right here. So even if we did get a red candle there, it wouldn't be an entry. Also, it's bouncing off the sessions. So you guys definitely want to be a bit careful with that. All right. Going back to the 5. As you guys can see from the 5, it's a little more clear that nothing's really happening here. Price is just going back and forth within this area. If you were to draw the high here and the low right here, not much has happened on the 5 minute, which is a little more clear because it's just moving around the sessions right here. It's just, yeah, exactly. Maddie said, don't really want to take trades around the sessions at all. Exactly. Same here, Maddie. So I'm not looking to take any trades here. I'm waiting for it to break out of it. But as you can see from the 5 minute here, nothing's really going on. It's just bouncing around this area. I guess I can draw, areas of liquidity here because there are a lot of areas here that are sitting, just waiting. Not too much here. There's actually a lot of areas of liquidity right here on the 5. For a sell, if price decides to drop below. Not very much on the upside. Yeah, so I mean, we might get a reversal to the downside here, especially if the news is negative. News is coming up in about 2 minutes, guys. So when the news comes out in 2 minutes, we'll see, because there's a lot of areas of liquidity down here if price does decide to drop. Looking over at the fundamentals over here, it's currently it's only like 4 points in the green, so it's not necessarily a strong bias at all. Looking at retail sentiment, not a strong bias at all either. It's 51% long, so it's not going to be useful to us. Neither of them are going to be useful to us because the retail sentiment isn't really, it's not really, doesn't have any bias. Also, there's not really much for a bias on the fundamentals either. You can see price here just spike down super heavy, huge candle right there for a drop. So the news just happened right here, guys. That was the news at 7 o'clock. you can see right here. So prior to the news happening, I mentioned that I thought it was going to be positive, and it was positive. So you can see right here, it was actually really positive for both ISM manufacturing and for Jolts. So they're predicting it to be lower. It was actually positive. A lot of people still hop onto that sell there, and it dropped, and it's going to come right back up. So as you guys can see, this candle right here is the news candle, the 7 o'clock candle. One of two things will happen. Price will either come right back up to that where price was before the news happened, or price will continue to drop. So this is where you guys want to be a bit patient and just wait for it to confirm its direction. So if it continues to drop, then it'll probably just keep dropping. It's going to hit liquidity right here. If it hits liquidity around this area, then it's probably going to drop even further. So something to obviously keep in mind right here. So price doesn't recover back to price before market open, it's probably just going to keep dropping, because as you guys can see from the 5 minute, there's a lot of liquidity right here. So one thing to look out for is if price reaches this area over here, then it's probably going to free fall pretty deep to the next area down here. So see what happens here, guys. Nothing off the 3 minute. Still not much over here off the 1 minute either. You can see these areas are being broken. This area of liquidity got broken as well. But if price does push below here again, you can see there's a ton of liquidity right there. So we'll see what happens. But I'll draw another line here for the news. So this is news right here. I'll color it like purple or something. So this is where price was before the news happened. I'll do it over here as well so that you guys can be aware, because one of two things will happen. Price will either keep dropping or price will recover back to where it was prior to news. So that's something to look out for. So my MT4 lost connection. You know what happens when that happens, guys, right? You guys hear that little kangaroo noise, and it usually indicates that something crazy in the market's going to happen right next, because it doesn't happen very often. For some reason, whenever that happens, something crazy in the market happens where you have a big spike in price, or there ends up being a lot of slippage, or the spread gets really wide. Looking at the spread right now, the spread's kind of wide. It's like 100 pips, I think, or 200 pips. So a lot of things to look out for. Okay, price is dropping below here. If it hits this area that I just mentioned, it's probably going to keep dropping even lower. So there you go. As price drops, it's hitting this area of liquidity. But there's just no entry for me to take here. Even though I do see price dropping further, there's just no entry for me to take here. If there was an entry for me to take, I would hop right into it. Here's the V3 for the 10 minutes, still running right now. Looks like it's about to hit TP right there, full TP actually. It's hitting liquidity right here on the 5 as well, but there just isn't any entries for me to take. If I could see an entry here, then yes, I would hop into the trade, but there just isn't anything for me to hop into right now. If I hop into a sell here for no reason, it's just going to be a gamble. Even though I do think price is going to drop further, it's probably going to drop below here, but it's just a gamble at this point. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said I can see it dropping to the sessions, which is down here, which is going to be the Asia low from yesterday. But yeah, I'm not going to enter this. Like, if I see an entry for a sell here, yes, I'll take it, but I don't see any entries here for a sell, so I'm not looking to take anything yet. It's probably going to retrace up a little bit and then come right back down, or it'll just drop right back, right? It'll drop down right there. So you can see it is dropping. It's hitting the liquidity and it's dropping lower. And I wish I caught it, but I'm not sure. I'm not looking to gamble here, guys. So as you can see right there, it's doing exactly what we anticipated. I mentioned that if it hits this area right here, it's going to drop below, and it's probably going to drop all the way down here. So as you guys can see, these liquidity zones that, or liquidity areas that I drop every morning, they line up pretty nicely, and they do exactly what we anticipate. It's just risky move, especially after news like that, because price can just spike all the way back up. Here's the liquidity for the 5-minute. So there's a double confluence right here. There's a liquidity for the 5-minute hitting, also liquidity on the 1-minute hitting right here. And you can see that big dump to the downside. I'd probably refrain from taking any buys. I know there's going to be a V3 entry right here off the 1-minute, but I'd probably be careful with that because the fundamentals are red. They're down 133 points. So our bias is now for a sell for the day. I'm going to look for a possible retracement to the upside, and then I'll catch that drop a bit lower. And there you go with that retracement. So I'm okay with that retracement. I'll let it push up. I hope it does push up higher, creates a high. And then when it creates a high, we'll catch on its way back down. So if I do see any entries here off the 1-minute, even if it's a V3, I'll probably take it as well. The 5-minute right here, if I was to get a, and you can see it's probably going to close green. So what could happen here at this point now, guys, is price can push right back up to where price was before the news happened. So you can see price is now spiking its way right back up. So as you can see right here, this is where price was before the news happened. This drop right here is based off the news. You can see it was a huge news push because the news happened at 7 o'clock right here. Even though it's positive, it doesn't necessarily mean price is going to go up, right? That's why I never trade off news. I wait for price to react from the news, and then I take a trade from there. So looking at this right here, you can see price is now pushing right back up. Like with what Rick just said right now. So Rick said such a big drop, reversal might take a bit to start or right away. Exactly. So as you can see, it's doing exactly what we anticipated because the same pattern repeats itself every day. This is why whenever news happens, we wait at least, a few minutes, if not 30 minutes to an hour to confirm the direction of price. Sometimes it pushes up right away and recovers, or sometimes it doesn't. It takes longer, right? Not every situation is always going to end the same. It's just, you have all these tools at your arsenal to identify where price is likely to go, and then you guys can make moves off that. So I'm going to take off all of these lines here because they're not useful anymore. There is a V3 right here, but it is a bit risky. I'm not sure if anyone's looking to take it. Let me see if I can match it up right here. It's about 22 pips. Or 220 pips right there, or more actually. Let's see. Not sure. You're looking to take it, Maddie? It's kind of a big candle, but let's see where it goes from here. It's gonna close shortly. It's about 300 pips. So I'm gonna enter it as it comes back down. Let's see. All right, so I'm in it right now, guys. 26. Gonna make sure my stuff here lines up right. Where the hell is my TP at? It's so far below. All right, I close out. Full TP off that, guys. I made 1,500 off that. What the fuck happened? There's a huge gap right here in my MC4. If you guys look at my screen right now, what the fuck? This is so weird. This is a huge gap. I don't know what's going on with my MC4. Oh man, let me take a screenshot of this, guys. Where's my phone at? I don't know what happened, but it hit my TP and I pulled out already. Let me see if I can take a screenshot of this. What the heck? I had to pull out because my TP didn't set up properly, but I still made 1,500 off that. Let me just send you guys this in a group. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, guys, great move off that. If you guys caught it with me, I was waiting for it to bounce around that area, but let me show you real quick. It's MT4 look like this. It was weird. I entered the trade and it just happened off that one candle there. This is off the 5 minutes too. Show you guys real quick. Here, let me just take a screenshot of this real quick, guys, so I can give you guys a little update. It wasn't like a big move, but it was, it was a solid move. This is why you guys have to be very quick trading on the 1 minute. But I did warn you guys that if we did see a V3 or anything here, I was going to take it, which I did right there. Anyways, so you guys see this right here. This is what my MT4 looked like. I entered it and it was weird. My CP was like way above, like my TP and stop loss was above my price. So the entry was right here, but my TP, and you can even see it on the screen. So I had to exit it manually. I don't know. It's so weird. Anyways, let's see. Let me V3. So this is on the 1 minute, actually. This is for only 260 pips. Let me take a screenshot of my profits as well. But as you guys can see, crazy spike right there. There's actually another V3 entry that's coming up right now. Oh, crap. Where the fuck's my thing at? With my MT4 looking like this, though, I don't know if I want to take it. Let me see. Okay, 35. Let me see. I'm not in this trade right here, guys. I'm gonna wait for if it comes back down, then maybe I'll enter it. But no, I'm not in this trade right now. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't enter that. So, you guys want to be a bit careful, especially when the market's moving kind of crazy like this. I'm glad we didn't enter that there, because it would have went straight to stop loss. But no, CT, we entered to sell for that because there was a V3 right here. There was a high red candle following it, and then we enter that for a sell. So I'll take a screenshot of my profits. I know I haven't been showing you guys my profits lately. I've just been getting a lot of people complaining about me posting profits from trades that I take off the live. So I just get kind of annoyed sometimes and I don't show you guys my profits, but I'll show you guys them today. Let's see if I can find anything here. What? That's weird. And my let me see if my copier worked. Looks like I don't have anything here off my okay, that's weird. Okay, so my copier didn't copy to my personal. It also didn't copy to my FTMO. That's weird. All right, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but whatever. I'll take a screenshot of like what it caught it on, but for some reason it didn't take it on my FTMO copier. Risk settings is fine. Whatever. It happens. Symbols aren't mapped. No, I haven't changed any settings here. All right, so that's kind of a bummer because it didn't copy out to my personal. It also didn't copy to my personal, but whatever, it is what it is. Let me just take a screenshot of my other accounts here. So, oh, and I didn't even take a full lot size. It's okay. I guess I was being a little careful off that. I took a 7 lot, which not a huge problem, but that's why the profit wasn't all that high. It was a risky trade anyways. So let me go over here. Post this real quick. Profit just varied a little bit. It wasn't like a huge difference. Let me just go back to the charts. Nothing here off the 1 minute, nothing off the 3 minute, nothing off the 5 minute. Let me just delete all these. I guess I could leave the other zones up, but delete these that are kind of relevant. All right, so there's no entries right now. I just want to make sure before I go over the 10-minute here would have hit full TP if you applied the V3. So that was good. Yeah, there's nothing else here to look at. So I think we're good for the most part for the time being. Let me clean this up real quick. But as you guys can see from here, just looking at where price currently is, it is slightly making its way, back up to opening price, or not opening price, but price before the news happened. Doesn't look like it's going to keep pushing up. It might be dropping back lower. So nothing off that, but here's a profit I made off that sell earlier. So I made 1,533 off my FTMO. This is my main account. You can see it's US30.cash. This is my MFF, made 1,456. And then here's the other account right here. 1,456 as well. So locked in some solid profit off that K2 US 30 1 minute. V3 scalp. All right. I know it's been a while since I posted profits. I haven't taken any mini trades off the live. I've been trading just randomly every here and there. But we haven't really been taking much on the live. But if you guys don't lose, that's still considered a win, right? You guys have to keep that in mind. You guys should never force trades when there's nothing good there. Yeah, there's my profits right there off that. Brock over here as well, locked in 7,369 for the day. Great work, Brock. Again, over here, scrolling up, we had Rick over here locked in a total of 1,740. Great work, Rick. Over here, we have D locked in a total of 1,767. Great work, D. You were waiting for that entry just like me. Made a quick buck off that. Miles over here sent in his profits, locked in a total of 627. Great work, Miles. And then we got Jay over here, locked in a total of 2,000, about 3,000 this morning. He took it off the breakout. So great work right there, Jay. Congrats. Other than that, I think that's it for right now. Jason over here as well, locked in a total of 2,112. So on your way to getting funded right there, Jason. Great work. Just keep it up. Keep closing out each day in profit. And then you should be funded hopefully by the end of the week. Just don't rush it, Just focus on those wins, closing each day in the green. That's all that really matters. So no entry here off the 1 minute, guys. There's no entry off that actually. There's no V3 because we have a buy signal. Technically looking for a sell for a V3 here, which obviously we don't have yet, but if we do get one, it would be a sell. Nothing off the 5 minute here. Nothing off the 10 minute here either. So there just isn't anything for us to take at the moment. We will be looking for possible entries here, but obviously, as you guys can see, there's nothing available. For the rest of the morning today, I don't think there's anything else. There's not really much news. We have awards total vehicle sales that's going on all day. It's light impact, so it's not really going to affect the market. Other than that, we have a pretty much open day to take more trades if we do see anything, but we'll be on the lookout. So let me just scroll over here real quick. CT just sent in his profits. CT, or he sent in his markup right here. So yeah, nice. CT had his markup right there. You saw the order block. That's the entry that we took actually, that sell. Or no, I don't think that was a sell. It's just areas of, okay, so if price gets around, so it looks like there's an order block right at the sessions. So if price comes up to the sessions right there and bounces off for a sell, it's probably going to drop pretty heavy. Something to look out for. Let me scroll up real quick. Just want to make sure. Oh yeah, no, CT said that my MT4 looked like it was in a buy. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, guys. I don't know if that happened to your MT4 too, but my MT4 here was like, it was weird. It was a huge gap up, but it's weird now because I just my MT4 reloaded and the candle just came up. So it doesn't look like that anymore at all. It actually filled up all the candles that were around this area. So I don't know, MT4 is kind of weird. It's been weird the past couple of days, but it's all good. It did update and it's moving okay now. Rick said, hopefully Biden will pop up and talk about World War III and his hairy legs. right. Let's see where he goes. If Biden does, I mean, Biden might, he'll pop up out of nowhere and just start speaking. Like, I feel like the last couple of weeks or even past couple months, he just pops up out of nowhere. There's no plan, like announcements that he's going to speak. He just starts speaking out of nowhere. And he screws up the market. So you guys definitely want to, use that to your advantage or keep in mind whenever he's speaking that it's probably best to sit out the market because you don't really know what Biden's going to say. It's crazy. Like Biden, I feel like he's so unpredictable with what he's going to say, and then all the controversy that comes along with it. It's Rick's favorite president, so shouldn't talk too badly about him. All right, nothing here off the 1 minute, nothing here off the 3 minute, nothing here off the 5 minute. So there's just nothing for us to take at the moment, guys. If I see something, obviously I'll let you guys know. You can see here on the 5 minute, we kind of want to buy signal over here to push up, and then we'll see where it goes from here. It's going to push up. I'm hoping we get a buy signal. So I want this to push up, possibly with the buy signal. We'll have it reject off this area, which is also the area of CT's order block right here. So if it bounces off that area and we get a sell, I think it's going to be a nice drop. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I hope we get a buy signal here. That's kind of what I'm waiting for at this moment. Yeah, so this is cool. This is what I want to happen right here. I want this to close above here, and then I want this to spike back down with the sell after, and then we hop into that sell. So going over here to the 1 minute, there is if a V3 comes up here, this might be a solid entry. We'll see. The only problem is that it's right at the session. So, I mean, obviously I'm not going to take it if it's right at the sessions like that. Yeah, it's a triple confluence right there, like Charles said, but it's not one that I would take specifically because it's right at the sessions. Or double, actually. There's no trend meter down there, Charles. This would be a pretty, I mean, I would want to take it right here as a V3, but it's right at the session. So even if it does close right there, I wouldn't take it. So there we go right there. This would be a V3. Looks like it's going to hit CP already, actually. So either way, it's too late, and it's right at the sessions anyway, so I wouldn't have taken it. It's just too, the stop loss is also too close. So yeah, maybe good. Yeah, it was obviously a good thing that we didn't take it. Matt took it. He said he took it with a half TP, so he just hopped in, hopped out real quick. The stop loss is just too close. I wouldn't have taken it anyways. I usually like having it around like 30 pips or 300 pips actually, around there, because the volatility is too high, spread's probably too wide as well. So a lot of red flags here. I wouldn't take it because it's right in between these sessions right here. If it closed below, then yeah, maybe I'd take it, but not with this setup right here specifically. Going back to the 5 minute over here. Okay, so this is one that I would actually take. If this closes below the sessions right here, then I would probably take this for, it wouldn't matter because the new high right there just got pushed up. Yeah, no entry off the 5, but this is kind of what we were waiting for. I was hoping that this was going to come down below here and then we could enter it for a V3, but there just isn't anything right there. It's just, yeah, Rick said came right back to where news came out. So guys, going back to the 1 minute over here. So you guys can see where I drew that purple line, right? This is not a coincidence. This happens every time. So price pretty much just came back to where it was before news came out. This whole drop right here is based off the news, right? You can see that from 7 o'clock price dropped and then it slowly made its way back up and look where it's currently at. This is where price was before the news happened. It's no surprise here. Now, as like Rick said, now it'll find its direction, he hopes. So at this point, price will either break above and continue pushing up higher, or it'll just come right back down. So, you know, I've seen a lot of people who use this strategy sometimes where they will take a trade when they think price is pushing back up after news, and they'll just write it back to where it was. So if you were to do that, this was actually a huge push to the upside. It was like a 1,830 pip move. Yeah, Rick said now it'll find its direction, or it'll just go sideways for 3 hours. Exactly. Looks like price is coming back down. So, and this would actually be an entry for a V3. However, it is kind of risky. I don't know if anyone's looking to take it. Maddie, are you looking to take this right here? It's a big candle though, so it's kind of risky. It's gonna close in about 7 seconds. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. It's too big of a candle. I don't know if maybe I'll catch like the last of it if it does come down lower. So I think I'm going to take it, guys. So let's see. Let's see where my stop loss, my TP would be actually. I got to go back to the 1 minute. What the fuck happened to my chart? The hell? That was weird. My screen just disappeared. All right, I got to make some adjustments here. TP is like right below this candle right here. Below this body. Actually, no, I gotta make adjustments. My bad, guys. It's only 380 pips actually. So this has got to be moved a lot closer to like right up here. This is where it gets kind of tricky if you enter the trade a little late, because it's hard to map this stuff out, TPing the stop loss. Let's do that, 308 pips. Let's see. Let's see where the fundamentals are currently sitting. I gotta clean up my chart. My chart is too messy right now. So I'm in the position, guys. I have my stop loss in profit though. So if it pulls up, it's gonna kick me out. So I'm in this position. I entered when it dropped a little bit. My stop loss is in profit over here. It's about to hit my TP actually. Let's go. It's really close. My TP is actually a little higher. I adjusted on MT4 because it's too. It was too. There you go. Full TP. Yes. All right. So yeah, as you guys can see right there, the reason why we were entering this trade. So if you guys followed my analysis from earlier this morning, or not early this morning, like a couple of minutes ago. So I was looking for a sell here. The reason I was looking for a sell is because CT's order blocks were right at the sessions, right? So if you guys listen to everything I've been saying up until this point, I said if we get a sell entry and it bounces off the sessions, I know it pushed up a little higher. We were basically looking for the same exact entry. We wanted this big candle to actually come up right here, but it didn't come up. So we had an entry right here off of V3. And then it just spiked down, obviously, because it hit the order blocks that CT mentioned earlier. So this is why it's always a team effort here at K2, guys. If you guys see something that you guys see coming up, big thanks to CT for catching that, because I probably wouldn't have felt confident taking this trade unless CT showed me that order block. So he had an order block above there. It lined up with our analysis because it came up and bounced off here. So we have a lot of people that helped off this move. So, shout out to CT for the order block analysis. Shout out to Rick for his analysis where price came back from news. And shout out to everybody here for having confidence in this trade, because, everyone here kind of helped out with that. That's pretty much what makes K2, guys. Like, we're over here helping each other out. It's not like there's no competition here. Like, people aren't trying to do better than everybody. We're all here trying to win. So thanks to CT for the order block. Thanks to Rick for identifying the news price right there. Thanks to everyone for, believing the trade. So it looks like a lot of you guys here made it work. Even Maddie, Maddie, he identified the V1 right there and he was ready to take it. He did say it was a bit risky, so we held off for a little bit, but as it pulled back, we entered into the trade. And as you can see right there, full TP. So great work, guys. So you guys killed it pretty good right there. Another V3 right here, guys. Unfortunately, I just missed it. It was a V3 for a buy. Maddie just said right there. But I'm gonna go and just mark this up right here. So as you guys can see, the 1 minute still works if you're using like the V3, because you'll have a bigger stop loss. You'll be able to handle these moves here. I mean, it would have worked for the smaller one as well, but for the V3, it's actually nicer because it fits the criteria a lot better. So as you can see right here, there was another V3 entry because we had the low green candle right there. You could have taken this here for a long position right there. This would have been again for another 270 pip move, full TP. But you got to be really quick with these here. So it's all good. Missed that trade right there. And we'll see what else price, has to provide us with. Yeah, no, definitely. Jason said K2 squad even. Let's go. Definitely 100%. Pretty solid right here. Henry said if we were in a trade and news came out at 7:30 Pacific, would we have violated FTMO rules? So I don't think there's any rules that affect US 30, Henry. So if you're trading US 30, no, it wouldn't. But if you're trading like USD Forex pair, yes, it would affect it. You can't trade during those restrictions. You can't trade 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after the news happens. Definitely. Maddie, Tommy said teamwork make the dream work. Definitely, Tommy. And Tommy's here. He's awake. Yeah. So Rick just confirmed US 30 has no news restrictions on FTMO. Yeah, so that's correct. There's another V3 here coming up, guys. I don't know if I will take this one though, so just keep this in mind. This is too big of a candle. So the other ones earlier, I was taking them because they were pretty solid, but this is kind of too big of a candle. Or I don't know, we'll see. Matt, do you think about taking this right here? Oh yeah, you're right. No, sorry guys. So I was completely off with that. Thanks, Maddie. So for checking me on that. There needs to be a buy signal. Thanks, Fahad. Yeah, Maddie, Fahad, both of you guys. Thanks for that. I totally forgot that we need that buy signal there. So, all right, let me just take a screenshot of my profits, guys, and then I'll just continue on with this analysis here. So I think I finally took it off. Okay, cool. So I did take it off my my personal account. Also took it off my FTMO as well, so that's good. Take it off my MFF. Nice. Of course, MFF would give me smaller profits. Man, MFF never fails to give me smaller than smaller profits than. Actually, no, my copier gave me less as well. I'm gonna have to increase my lot size. I kind of messed it up a little bit here. Well, I didn't mess it up, but my lot size is kind of small. But it's fine. Profits are still good. So let me just post up my profits real quick. I don't see any other entries here, so we're cool. for the moment. There's another V3 right here for a buy. I'm not looking to take it because it's getting close to the session. So I wouldn't take the buy there if you guys are looking to take that, just FYI. And how many counts do I have? Oh yeah, 5. Forgot how many I had here. All right, so here are my profits for that trade there, guys. Here's my personal account. I made 33 off that. Here's my MFF. I locked in at 2,534. Here's my other MFF locked in 2,394 as well. Here's my copier. I locked in 903. And then here's my main account. You can see with the green strip because it hit my TP, locked in 2,596. So another nice profit off that K2 US 30 1 minute V3 scalp. I know a lot of you guys are happy to see me post profits again. I just took a little hiatus, guys. Sometimes I just get, when people complain about something about me posting profits, I'm just like, I just don't care too much about it. And I just stop, but I'll post profits again. And we're also taking these trades during the live. The reason why I wasn't posting profits because we weren't taking trades during the live because the market was too risky. But now that we've taken trades during the live today, obviously I will post my profits that are only during the live. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think that's it for this here. Going over here, Jason is now up 3,612. Nice work, Jason. So he's getting close to getting funded right there. Yeah, you're getting close to passing your verification. Dell over here as well, up 715. Nice work, Dell. Here are my profits. Rick over here as well. Rick currently at 4,328. Great work, Rick. You guys are doing great today, guys. So great work amongst everyone here. Let's keep it going. $637 right now. So like I mentioned yesterday, guys, Monday is usually kind of iffy. NFP week could be really good or it could be really bad for some people. So it looks like it's going to be pretty solid for us. We avoided the risky trades yesterday. We pretty much were patient until today. And now, our patience is really paying off because we're locking in some pretty solid trades here on the live. So CT said, one heavy finger, miss entry and spike, but not bad. So CT is actually up 8.5K. Yeah. So 8,500 for the day. Great work, CT. Maybe it's a good thing you had a fat finger there with that trade. So great work right there, CT. Yeah, thanks, Rev. Rev said possible V3 coming right here if it rejects off this session with a high as a green candle, pending sell signal coming up as well. Nothing here off the 5 minute. I know we've been trying to apply the 5 minute, but there just hasn't been any entries. So yeah, we'll be looking for a possible entry right here off the 1 minute. It's kind of tight, guys. So I don't know if I would take this right here, right? I mean, we'll see. It is a little tight. The problem with taking a trade like this, it doesn't matter. There's no entry there. We have to wait for the next one. Yeah, Nick said the 5 minute is looking crazy today. I agree, 100%. It is moving a bit crazy. Kenny over here just sent in his profits. What happened with yours, Kenny? Looks like you. I mean, they're small. You didn't. Looks like there might be a bit. And I just saw your question here, Kenny. So I saw that you sent a question yesterday. I'll respond to you after this session. Oh, this is your free trial account. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, like, if you probably made a couple of, or unless you took these trades on your own, it looks like. But yeah, I'll get back to your question later, Kenny, because I don't want to go through your personal stuff right now. But we'll discuss your question after the session. Yeah, Nick said, Nick and Maddie said the 5 minutes looking nasty. I agree. because the market is so choppy, guys, where there's no clear direction. If there's a direction, the 5 minute would look a lot better. But currently right now, there's just no direction at all. Price is currently pushing up right here, which is fine. It's actually pushing up pretty heavy right here. And we'll see. But as you guys can see, there's areas of liquidity below here. So when it does come back down, might see a pretty nice spike to the downside. Let's see. Jeremy said, has anyone tried V3 on a 5 minute during Asia? I personally haven't, aside from that time, Jeremy, when we took it during the mentoring session where it hit. I did try it a couple of times around, that period, but after that, I don't really trade during Asia. Yeah, like with what Maddie said. Maddie said it's also super slow. So, I've been talking to Maddie about this. I was like, dude, you gotta like stick to just New York, like, because before we just trade during New York, and a lot of people keep wanting to trade all throughout the day, which I know it makes you guys want to because the strategy works really good all sessions. But I do think that the Asia session is just too risky. So I personally don't trade it anymore. It was just during that testing phase, but not any longer. Yeah, there's a 1 minute entry here off the V3. I don't know if I'm going to take this. It looks kind of risky at this point because price is now ranging around this area, and this move here might be a little too big. I'll see if it retraces up a little bit, and then maybe I'll make a late entry, but I'm not going to enter right away. Just want to make sure everything here is all set up. 460. Yeah, I'm not going to enter this yet, guys. I'm going to wait because it's probably going to pull back up for retracement. If it was a little lower, it'd be nicer because it would hit this liquidity and then just spike right through it. But I'm going to hold off on this for now. Because it is, like Maddie said, it's wicking right off the pivots right here as well. Big spike to the downside right there. It's probably going to hit TP. It's too late now to enter. So I'm not taking this, but if it hits this point right here, it's going to hit liquidity and probably spike down pretty heavy. Let's see. Barack said at market open too. So market opens right here at this blue line, Barack. So it's kind of far below. It hasn't reached that point yet, but it's somewhat close to it. Yeah, I'm surprised you're awake, Sisik. You're up like all day. It seems like you're up 24 hours. It's gonna hit TP. There you go. Hit liquidity, full TP right there. I mean, that would have been a nice move right there, guys, but I didn't want to risk it because it was just, I hate when it's so close to the sessions right here. Yeah, no, you're good, Barack. Yeah, that purple one was the news release time. The blue line over here is the opening price. Yeah, so I didn't catch this trade right here, guys. I mean, it would have been nice. It's 460 pips. So if you guys caught it, great work. I didn't catch it. So if you guys want to send profits for that, feel free. Let's see. Yeah, so Rick's other account up 4,328. Nice work, Rick. Rain over here currently up 728. Nice work, Orain. You got Professor over here, profit of 2,400 right here. It looks like if you add that up, so nice work right there, or 2,300 off his new challenge. Nice. Professor starting to stack up these profits across his accounts. Yeah, Hugo said this week is a bank holiday every day in China due to Chinese New Year. So Asian market might be really slow. Oh yeah, you're right, Hugo. You're right, bro. I totally forgot it's Chinese New Year. So yeah, so Hugo over here just confirmed that it is Chinese New Year, so a lot of Chinese banks are closed for the entire week. Which, yeah, he's correct, 100%. Possible buyer. Oh no, there's no buyer here. Yeah, possible V2 though, like what Brock just mentioned, but I don't know if I'll be. It's too late now. Yeah, I don't know if I want to take it because it's hitting liquidity right here. Brock, it hasn't finished the move yet for liquidity below. It spiked down, but it didn't make its way all the way down below it. But yeah, this would technically be a V2 right here. the V2 that is probably gonna hit right there. The volatility here is kind of crazy at this specific point. But I wouldn't say, yeah, so full TP right there off that V2. We didn't have a pending buy there though, Barack. So I know it's not a requirement, but we did discuss it in the group. Basically, if we're taking any of these variations, we want a pending signal in the opposite direction. So like, for example, right here, there's already a buy signal. So I probably wouldn't be inclined to take this trade. The reason why we want a pending buy signal is so that, if you measure these buy signals right here, they push at least 150 pips. So if your TP is 100 pips and you have a pending buy signal, when that buy signal comes up, it'll spike up enough to hit your TP. But yeah, no full TP off that. So you still identify that properly, Barack. But I think we're gonna keep using the pending momentum signals for entry, because it's just gonna increase our probability of winning the trade, which is what what we're aiming for here. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, no, exactly, Maddie. I agree. Maddie just confirmed that as well. We have so many variations. There's a lot of stuff to look out for here now. We have variation 1, 2, and 3. And the thing is, everyone applies them like on all time frames. So it's a ton of opportunity here to catch these moves. Possibly no, nothing off the 5-minute. I think we might have to lay off the 5-minute for a while, guys, because there's just not much entries right now until the market starts to move a bit smoother. 3-minute is nasty too. So just looking at the 5-minute, lots of consolidation. 3-minute, lots of consolidation. The 1-minute, there's consolidation, but there's still entries that are available. So definitely we'll be looking for a possible sell here. Exactly, Brock. So Brock said understood. Pending buy would be a firmer confluence. Yeah, 100%. And it would just give you that, that peace of mind that buy signal is coming. So if it's enough to push you in the TP, I mean, that's, that's pretty much all that we would be looking for and waiting for at that moment. Nick said it's gonna go down hard. Johnson, that's what she said. Right. It's 7:47 right now, guys. So we got about 13 minutes in the market for more trades. If we don't see anything come up anytime soon, and obviously we're probably gonna just hold off. But we'll see what happens here. Nice. So CT actually caught a bit more. He's now at 10,500 for the day. Great work, CT. Man, glad to see all you guys here killing it. I made pretty decent profit across my accounts. Not as much as everyone else, but still pretty solid. Let's see. Isaac said, "Hey Sean, captured 30K from your Excel analysis. Caught 30K from your excellent analysis this morning. Also banked 20K during Asia, London." So Isaac actually traded during Asia and London. He does it really well, but he made 30K this morning during this live. He just listened to my analysis, pretty much call the trades that I anticipated. 50K profit for the day. It's amazing. And Isaac, you're killing it, bro. Every day you have like almost a 50K day. It like blows my mind. This is kind of why I'm kind of more focused on trading, guys, versus teaching. Well, not really teaching, but signing up new people. So as you guys have noticed, I don't advertise K2 anymore to new people. If you guys join K2, it's fine. I'm still gonna help you guys out. Or if you guys have family and friends that join K2, that's fine. I'll help all you guys out. But my main focus is mainly on trading now. I think Isaac's one of the driving factors behind that, because you see Isaac here locking in 50K here a day. If I could just focus on trading, I can do that as well. If Isaac can do it using my strategies, why can't I do it? So that's kind of what my goal is now, guys. I'm mostly focused on trading versus really teaching. I still have the mentoring sessions every week, but I'm not looking to teach any beginner traders or anybody who's brand new that needs their hand held through the process. But I mean, if you guys want to learn, you guys are always welcome to learn the K2 strategies. They're not that difficult. But I'm not openly advertising for any new members. Probably not for the rest of the year. Yeah, Maddie said looks like dump beating me on the 1 minute. I can see that too. So I'm looking for a possible sell right here, Maddie. If we get a yeah, if this closes right here and we get a V3, I'll be looking to take that. Maddie took the V3 here for a buy, it looks like. Walking some solid profit off that. Yeah, almost at TP. Kenneth said I entered right after the drop. I got out before it hit entry. Yeah, I mean, this market here is super volatile. So, of course, you guys want to be a bit careful. Nice. Maddie hit his full TP off that. So full TP off that buy right there. Obviously, I didn't take the buy, but man, the fundamentals aren't even that strong. So I could technically take trades in both directions. I don't think it's really a big deal, especially for these V3s because price is kind of ranging. But obviously, I'm looking for a possible sell here, which is probably not going to happen yet. Yeah, Maddie's waiting for that green signal. So close with the green signal here. That's great. We'll catch it as it comes right back down. I do want it to close with the signal, though. It's going to be necessary for us to obviously catch that trade. Nice. Dijon caught the buy here. So a lot of you guys are catching these trades here. You guys are killing it. Dijon locked in 2,490 off that. Nice work, Dijon. Smart move right there. So you killed it right there, Dijon. Great work. Dijon said, he said, first trade I actually got to take today. Market's moving too fast. I agree, 100%, Dijon. But yeah, no, great work right there. You locked in 2,710 for the day. That's not bad, man. You're making your picks. Your picks are a paycheck right there in a trade or two. All right, let's see. Anything else right here? Maddie kind of has these drawn up right here. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, I use them sometimes, Maddie. So Maddie's using the order blocks as well to identify where these possible bounces are going to happen. They do. Dejan said, LMAO. Pixar pays 7.25 with a $1 commission per $1 billion movie, right? Yeah, man, it's crazy how they milk their workers, all of their animators and stuff like that. It's nuts. Yeah, CTU said just took another buy for a quick 1.2 profit, 1.2 thousand profit. I think I'm done. Exactly why I took the buy. Fundamentals mixed or even. Yeah, exactly, guys. So I think the market is okay to take trades in both directions right now because the fundamentals and the retail sentiment are just mixed. There's no clear direction. So you can kind of take trades in whatever direction you guys see an entry come in. But that doesn't mean to take every single trade, right? If it gets close to the sessions, you still want to be careful. You don't want to just be taking trades just because you see something come up. You got to actually be smart about it and still look for quality trades here. So yeah, Maddie said looking for a sell, but need that green signal. So I'm doing the same thing, Maddie. I'm looking for this to possibly push up a little bit and then catch as it drops. Yeah, so Maddie said it's hitting another order block, probably gonna come down after it pushes up a bit. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna be waiting for this to push up a little higher, the buy signal. If it closes with the buy signal, great. Probably want it to reject off one of these points here and then have it push right down below. Nice. Dejan said halfway to verification. Nice work. You're going to be there soon, hopefully by the end of the week. Barack's asking, how is V3 5 minute, please? Right here, this would not be an entry, Barack. The reason why not being entry because momentum signal is a buy. So you're looking for a sell here, but in order to have that sell, you need to have a high and then a red candle after it. This wouldn't be a V3 right here because there's a buy signal. So you're not looking. It doesn't hit the requirements. There would need to be a sell signal here. And then if this came up, then yes, this would be a buy entry for a V3. On the 5-minute, however, there's no entry off that because the momentum signal isn't pushing that direction. Here we go. As price pushes up with this buy signal right here. I hope it closes above it. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yes. And Barack said, noted, Sean, I don't have the full system. Wasn't sure how the momentum sits. Yeah, no problem, Barack. Yeah, if you guys ever want me to take a look at any of the time frames, guys, just let me know. I'll pull it up for you. It's not a big deal because it'll help us reanalyze the time frame as well. Here on the 1 minute, this is what me and Maddie were looking for. We were looking for a possible buy signal. So if this closes, which it's going to, if it comes back down with a red candle, then this would be an entry for a V3. It's not going to happen though because it just pushed up higher. So no entry for a V3 there. Looks like it might come up and retest that area where news provided. There was a liquidity. So I don't know if anyone saw this liquidity push right here. I actually didn't have these drawn up, but you can see right here when price hit liquidity, it actually spiked right back down to the bottom. Right there. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna draw another area right there. Right there, looks good. We need this to close as a green candle in order for us to have that so it didn't close as a green candle. This is going to be actually the high that we're looking for. It's 7:57 right now, guys, so it's getting really close to 8. I'm going to be done trading shortly. I don't think I'm going to be we're not going to have anything else to take right now. So if you guys do have questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Sorry, I forgot to put the poll yesterday for the mentoring session. Not sure if you guys want the mentoring session today. I can hold a mentoring session. Let me check my calendar real quick. Pretty much any day this week from today until Friday. So let me just I'm gonna put a poll right now, actually. So when K2 group mentoring session. So we could do today, February 1 at I guess 2 p.m. I think 2 p.m. is a good time for everybody. So we could do today or we could do tomorrow. I know it's a little last minute. Sorry, guys. I forgot to put this poll up. I thought I put it up already, but I didn't. Tomorrow, Thursday, is going to be the 3rd, I believe. Friday. All right, so I'm going to put the poll right here, guys, in the group. If you guys want to come and vote for that, feel free. I don't mind doing it today. I can do it today. I'll just vote for myself today. If you guys want to go vote, we can set this up whatever day works for you guys. Whatever day can get the most members into the group or into the session, great, because I want to help you guys as much as possible. I know a lot of you guys are really excited about this V3, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lot of questions regarding this. But yeah, I'm here to help you guys out. I know a lot of people don't get their questions answered here on the live because we're focused on trading. So the mentoring session would be the what is that? Oh my bad, guys. I thought I heard like a person snoring. It was my dog. He's like on my feet. It's like, man, it's a loud snore. A person. Let me scroll over here real quick. So no entry right here, guys, off the 1 minute. I'm still looking for entries, but nothing yet that's available. It's about to be 8, so it doesn't look like we're gonna have any entries here. It did hit liquidity at this point. So as you can see, price is pushing up. It's probably gonna push up and hit the next area of liquidity or hit opening price. It's really close to it right there. But we'll see. But there's no entries available. So even if that was the case, there's nothing for us to take. So currently right now, it looks like we have a majority of votes for today. I'll leave it up for the next couple hours, guys. We'll probably cut it off around like 11, I guess like 10 o'clock today. So if you guys can vote from now within the next 2 hours, we'll determine, when the mentoring session is going to be. If you guys can't make it, it's fine. It'll be recorded and then we'll have another one next week. So if you can't make this week, we'll do it next week. This week, I just have a lot of availability. Normally it's just like 2 days that are available out of the week, but today or this week, we have a lot that is available. And there goes that liquidity. So this is, Maddie actually just called this earlier. He said that it was going to push up for the liquidity to the upside, and it did. Hit liquidity there, pushed up higher. Unfortunately, no entry. Hey, Maddie, check this out. Imagine catching the trade from down here. That's crazy, right? If you caught this and just rode the liquidity all the way to the top, because it's probably going to push up to this point up here. It's a huge push, 1,500 pips. And your stop loss is super tight right there. That'd be pretty solid. I know, Maddie, right? We'll get better at this. And obviously we're working on this V3. So you could have trailed this up. I know. So I was just telling Maddie, you could have easily trailed a stop here and not got stopped out. So I don't know if Rick is still here, but this is the thing that I kind of taught Rick and told him that I did was when price moves up, I just follow by the candle. So you see how it wicks below there, move my stop loss up, wicks below there, move my stop loss up, another wick below right there, stop loss up, wick below there again, stop loss. I just keep moving my stop loss up as price wicks. So I could have probably moved my stop loss up to here and I'd still be in profit. And as it continues to push up, I just keep, riding it up further and further. So yeah, I mean, it's something. And then right here, obviously you might be getting stopped out in profit, which is fine. Because even if you got stopped out in profit right here, you would have made close to 1,000 pips and you would only risk like 200 pips. So I know, right? He said 10, you can make 10 bands off that, which, man, it's a huge move because this would cover like a lot of trades. But yeah, guys, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Yeah, Nick said market was weird today for sure. Makes sense. Through with it being Trap Tuesday in the beginning of the month. Yeah, no, definitely. So this was all kind of anticipated, guys. From the beginning of the session, I did mention that today was going to be a bit iffy and risky. But we still made the best of it. We had no losses today. Made some pretty solid profit off that. I know, right, Maddie? That'd have been huge. All right, so we have about 50% of people voting for the mentoring session today, guys. Looks like we'll be having it today, but I will confirm in the next 2 hours whether it will be today or whether we will be moving it to another day. So it's 8:03 right now, guys. It's past my live session time. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Looks like we're going to have the mentoring session today. So I will see you guys in about, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, in about 6 hours. I'm going to go to the gym, get my stuff done, prepare for the mentoring session. And then I'll see you guys back here in about 6 hours. So if you guys have questions, just make a list of questions. And then, we'll discuss whatever you guys need help with. Oh, I know, Maddie, I just missed it. So there was actually a V3 entry right here. I missed it because there's so much stuff going on my chart. There's actually a V3 entry right here, guys. I don't know if you guys spotted it, just as Maddie did, but right here, there was a high red candle following it, pending sell. And it already hit full TP. It's too late for me to enter it, obviously, but yeah, full TP off that. So pretty solid. It was a V3 and it was also a V2. Yeah, Barack said, did we just miss another V3, huh? Yeah, we did miss a V3. It was also a V2. So it was a V2 entry there because we had a strong red candle, no wick. Also a V3 because we had the green candle. So as you guys can see, if you guys have a confluence where it's a V2 and a V3, or even a V1 and a V3, it's probably going to hit. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Every day we're getting better at the strategy. We barely started using the strategy last week. Literally, we started using this last week and everyone's killing it. I mean, Isaac's making 50K a day, so I'm pretty sure the strategy is working pretty nicely. So guys, just FYI, if the strategy is not working for you, odds are you're probably not applying it properly because Isaac here is locking like 50K a day. So if he's doing it daily, something has got to work here. It's obviously working. Let's see. Nice. Jason actually caught it. He said, I need to get better at the strategy though. I'm still new. Yeah, definitely. So Jason caught it right here. He's currently at 5,110. So Great work right there, Jason. You're almost funded, bro. I think you're halfway there, right? If this is a 200K account, looks like you're more than halfway done. So you're about to be funded, hopefully by the end of the week. So we'll see. Other than that, let's see. CT said he took another one, locked in a total of 1,700 off that. So great work, guys, for everyone locking in all these profits here. Charles over here as well, locked in a total of 1,071. Great work, Charles. And I'm happy with my profits too, guys. Like I see you guys here locking in some pretty heavy profits. Oh, damn, if you're doing a 50K count, Jason, I think you're done already then, right, bro? Because you locked in, I think. Oh, you're done. So you're funded now. You should stop trading, Jason. Jason's like on his 50K. This dude's at 5K, but you should just stop trading because you only need to make. I think you only need to make 2,500. So yeah, you gotta stop trading, Jason. So Jason just kept trading. He got funded already. He just kept going. So yeah, just stop trading on that account, Jason, and then get funded real quick and then keep trading because you're already done. You're like, what I would do is if you want to keep trading, just open another challenge. I mean, you're killing it, bro. Like, I don't see any reason for you to stop because you probably gotta wait a bit for this for them to send you your funded account. So you can probably, if you really wanted to, because you're gonna get a refund on this account, to start another one. So you'll have another account running. But yeah, great work. There's another V1 right here, just like a lot of people mentioned, but I'm not going to take it. It's right at the sessions. So definitely not looking to take it here, but yes, this is a V1 right here. A V1, and it's also a V3 as well. Looks like it already hit TP for the V1. Yeah, so or almost, but it's right at the session, so I wouldn't really mess with it. Yeah, Matt said, damn, session's ruining my vibe. So full TP off that right there if you guys took it for the V1. There's also a V3 that's currently running, but I do find it to be risky because it's right at the sessions. So yeah, quite a bit. V1 and V3. Pretty solid. All right, guys, it's 8:07 right now. So I think that's it for today. I'll be back in about 6 hours because we are having the mentoring session today, it looks like. And we should be good. So other than that, I think we're solid. Yeah, definitely, Jason. No, you're fine, bro. You're going to get funded soon. Just keep with the consistency and you should be good. Yes, even if you're on phase one. So now that you made profit, this is what you need to do now, Jason. So now that you're past the phase one profit, now just every day, just open a 0.01 trade. Just open and close it. Even if it's a win or a loss, just open it to count the trading day. Once your trading days are done, they'll give you your verification. Past that, do the same thing, and you'll get your funded account. And then once you do that again, you can just keep stacking your accounts. Like soon enough, you'll have like 400K in FTMO accounts, and you don't even know it because you just keep winning. So yeah, great work, Jason. Great work, everybody here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll be back in about 6 hours for the group mentoring session. So yeah, see you guys then, and have a great rest of your morning. If you guys do decide to keep trading, I do recommend to be careful. Always use proper risk management. Don't over leverage. Don't FOMO into trades. Be smart about all your moves. So other than that, guys, I will see you guys in a couple hours.